Hello and welcome to KipDC's third grade distance learning video. We're on day 7 and we're going to keep working on area, which sorry, let me get that started for us again. We're going to keep working on area. So let's dive in. It's just a little different. First of all, sorry, stop the presses. Want to say we are so proud of you for working on your math away from school. You are amazing. Great job. Now, remember we said yesterday that area is the number of squares that cover a shape. So we're lining up nice equal-sided squares in rows and columns. Makes it so nice and easy. And since they make these equal-sided rows and columns, you remember we said that you can find the area of a rectangle with length times width. Right? So this here has 3 squares going down its side, which means its length is 3, let's say, inches, if these were square inches. But it also means that it makes 3 rows. And over here, it has 4 squares going around this side. So we could say that the width is 4 inches. But that also means that our 3 groups have 4 inside of each, right? So we're always remembering rows times columns. Those are just secretly groups of, because we always use that as the foundation for what we write. This is 3 groups of 4, 3 rows of 4, 3 times 4 makes 12. But now look what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, and if it doesn't have any squares inside, guess what? 3 times 4 still makes 12. Now, today we're going to talk about when rectangles are put together. So you can see here we have our 3 times 4. So guess what? That's still 3 times 4. That doesn't change, right? Just because I put something at the bottom didn't change the green. So first of all, I mean, if you just cover up this brown, it's something you already know, right? 3 times 4. But now we've added something to the bottom here. And we want to kind of cover up the green to think about that, right? We want to think of the rows and columns just in this space. Just like back here, it was the rows times the columns, right? The length times the width. Those were secretly groups. Same here. So here I see 2 is my rows and 4 is my columns, right? And so I'm adding on 2 times 4. Now, if we just imagine this, I'm moving that over, one rectangle being put together, right? Sorry, let me change that equation and just move it somewhere else. If we're imagining this rectangle being put together, the 3 times 4 and the 2 times 4, look what happens. The 4 is still there. Like, we can still imagine 4 going across. But this 3 and this 2 form this whole side here, right? So that makes 5. We can imagine if this whole thing suddenly turned the same color, we would have 5 rows of 4. So let's write out what that is. Now, I've put the 3 and the 2 together, so I'm going to write it as 3 and 2 to make that 5, right? It's still times 4. The times 4 never changes because it's always the same number of columns. And so 3 plus 2, that's the same as 5. Times 4 makes 20. If I do the math up here, 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. Guess what? That also makes 20. So I know I'm doing the right thing here. So let's look at your worksheet. It's the same steps as last time. It looks the same as last time, except for this time, instead of doing your plus as the widths, we're doing our plus here as these lengths. That's because they make that one straight line, that one solid shape, right? Whoops. So let's see what they did. I'm going to erase that just so we can see. Step 1, multiply the length and the width for the first shape. That's here. 5 times 4. That's here. 5 times 4 plus multiply length and width for the second shape. So that's here. 1 times 4. Then use parentheses to add the length times the width. These are my lengths. I can tell this is my width, that it stays the same because it's the same number for both. So that just stays. I'm adding the 5 plus the 1. And we can see it both in our equation and our picture right here, right? 5 and 1. Now we add the lengths and multiply times the width. So 5 and 1 makes 6. Imagine if I redrew this, it would be 6 right here, right? 5 and 1. The 4 still stays. 6 times 4, do the final multiplication. 6 times 4 is 24. So that's what you're going to do on your sheet, okay? You're going to make 3 equations here. We call this the 2-area equation because, look, it's got 1 area, 2 areas. We call this the adding sides equation because there's some parentheses in there where we're adding sides before we multiply. And then we have the 1-area equation where we put it all together. And finally, you got your answer. All right, good luck, have fun. Remember, you are a thinker, you are a hard worker, you don't give up, and we love you. I think I forgot to say that on the last video because I was filming the video at like 1 in the morning. I'm sorry about that. Should I say it twice? You are a thinker, you are a hard worker, you don't give up, and we love you. We double love you. We love you enough for yesterday when Mrs. Ramish was too tired. Have a good day.